What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the greatest show on the earth. You all have tuned back into the LeVar Walker Show podcast. And first of all, look, man, I just landed and I just want to give a big shout out to everybody that pulled up on me in Indianapolis. Indianapolis, Indiana. I want to thank each and every one of y'all that came out to the show. Even with short notice, the tickets sold really well, even though we were in a small room this time. But that's okay, and that's about building. So if any younger comics or comics looking at this, I was in a little room at the Helium, but it's okay because we are building one brick at a time, and I'm not chasing or shoving my head up another man's ass to get on. So shout out to Indianapolis for coming out. It meant the world. And also, too, if y'all on YouTube checking in, shout out to everybody on Instagram. I posted one of the shows on my YouTube page. Y'all can check it out and just see what it's like to come to a LeVar Walker show. Now, the shows I got coming up, I'm on my way. I will be in Ohio. I'm going to be at Bricky's Comedy Club March 7th. And then March 8th, I will be at the Attic in Columbus. So March 7th, I'm be in Miamisburg, Ohio, at Bricky's Comedy Club, and then one nighter, and then the next day, I will be at the Attic in Columbus, Ohio. You can get those tickets, man, at levarwalker.me, and I messed that up. Let me see. Why does that say .com? Let me edit that. Anyway, if you click that QR code right here, you could see where to get those tickets. It's going to take you right to my website at levarwalker.me, which I need to edit that. Let me change that. Why is that showing levarwalker.com? Huh. No, that's LeVar. Okay, that's that one. Let me edit this real quick. You guys get to see me do this in real time here. Okay. So I'm going to change that and save it. And there we go. So yeah, y'all go to LeVar. Oh gosh, I done messed it up again. Hold on. Let me do it again. I put levarwalker.mister. I'm losing my mind. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. Bear with me, good people. So yeah, y'all go to levarwalker.me, get those tickets, and also New York. Attention, New York, man. New York City Winery, I am coming back March 15th. New York City Winery. Y'all are my number one market across all these social media platforms. So I know y'all pulling up on me. So March 15th, I'm going to be at the New York City Winery inside of the Loft. Those tickets are moving. Get those tickets, man. Pull up on your boy. We're going to have a good time. Come out, see some actual jokes. I can mix in some crowd work or roast the shit out of people if you would like. However, I'm a comic, real comedian, and I'm going to do what I do. So shout out to everybody that is getting these tickets. We are making a difference out here. Things are moving for your boy. Without further ado, we need to get into what's going on. Just recently, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, who is the father of LeBron James, they were at the Bafta Awards, and a man hollered out the N-word, a man with Tourette syndrome. And I want to show, let's take a look at this. Let's bring this up on the screen here. So this man has Tourette's, and we really need to do a deep dive to see what would cause such a thing, So let's take a look. Let's see what happened. As y'all can see, this is the pictures. That's Delroy Lindo, who is the father of LeBron James, and also Michael B. Jordan. And the man in the middle, who is the guy that hollered out the N-word with the Tourette's syndrome. So let's take a look at this.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first Bafta of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate.
Oh, that is so humiliating.
Delroy and
Let's
I
look
are
at it.
delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
Somebody just slapped the shit out of his ass. Now
We're here to celebrate.
this is a part I guess they're saying is Tourette's. Now they want to do a study and shit. Now let's look up Tourette's. Let's do a deep dive here and see what they're saying about Tourette's. This is called corporal corporolalia and corporapraxia make upwards of 20 to 30% of people diagnosed with Tourette's. So let's look that up. Let's go to Gemini, Google here, and let's look that up. Corpro, I guess this is it. Okay. So corporolalia, I hope I'm saying that right, is the involuntary, uncontrollable utterance of obscene, taboo, or socially inappropriate words and phrases, often occurring as a symptom of Tourette syndrome in 10 to 33% of cases. Neurological disorders or brain lesions. It is a vocal tic that may involve swearing, racial slurs, or vulgarities. Treatments focus on symptom management via behavioral therapy and medication. Um, Symptoms: involuntary outbursts, okay, cause and risk factor primarily linked to neurological conditions, most notably Tourette, 10 to 33%. Other causes include brain lesions, stroke, schizophrenia, okay. While not curable, it's as managed. Well, I'm not going to make an excuse for that, and it even shows he had this tick and he had this itch and he sees these men on the stage and nigga couldn't help but to come out of his lips. So he's hearing that, right? In his environment, they are calling black men niggas inside of the home. That's how he picked it. He had to pick it up from somewhere. He's watching it, and he had to get that shit out. You know, it was, nigga. He had to let it go, and it's rather unfortunate. It's unfortunate for Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo to have to be seemingly humiliated by that. And now they want to bring studies. Now we have to do studies. It's a neurological disorder. It's all this shit. And that's all just some bullshit. Okay. The motherfucker wanted to say nigga and call them niggas. That's what happened. All right. I don't use the N word. I say nigga. So that's what happened. We have to call a spade a spade. He's been saying that shit. That wasn't the first time he said that. And if the people that brought him to this award show knew that he was capable of doing some shit like this, why would you bring him there? Why would you roll his parrot talking ass in there knowing he could potentially have an outburst and you don't have his fucking sedated? Why? Why? This is a part, and this is why Hollywood is dying. It's shit like this. There's no accountability. They want to do a study. They want to do a test. And listen, on the flip side, when Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, he should have been escorted out of the building. But this is the shit they do. And this is why AI is kicking the back end of Hollywood. It's over because of shit like this. It won't happen in the future. The only way it's gonna happen in the future because the next new big actors will all be AI generated. So unless the AI is talking, that's just what's gonna happen. But that was a very weak excuse. Nobody wants to hear that shit. It was embarrassing. It was humiliating to those men, humiliating to the community, especially during Black History Month. And that's just a little pat. That was some passive aggressive shit that they do. Now, am I necessarily mad about it? No. I just want to call a spade, right? Because you saw what this motherfucker looked like. I wouldn't care. It doesn't crush my world for him saying the word nigga. You know what I mean? So, but we know what it is. Like, get the fuck out of here. That was more than like a nervous tick. They've been having nervous tick. That's why I use hunky. I've decided to bring the word hunky back. Hunky should not have left us with George Jefferson. So that is my Tourette's. Hunky. I say hunky out loud. Hunky, hunky. I can't help it. It's almost like a horn. You know what I mean? So that was some bullshit, and it's really tragic and sad. But like I said, it doesn't matter. Hollywood is knocking on death's door. The AI is picking up and getting ready to really swell up and kick us in the back. And movies will be made more than likely by nerds in basements just with a laptop and Wi-Fi as they type prompts. And these prompts through Seed Dance, Gemini, all these different app websites. I play with the shit myself. These prompts are gonna be what we watch. I just looked at there's some guys called the Door Brothers, and the Door Brothers are making these they're making like trailers right now, like these 5-minute scenes. And I mean, these shits are captivating because, like I said, this technology is able to look at us as humans mathematically. So it's literally like breaking us down, studying our patterns, and pretty much understanding our wants and our desires. So it knows in what seconds to fire off a scene, and it knows the colors and the sounds and all that shit. It breaks it down to the bare bones of what we as animals, as human animals, are going to respond to. And nobody's going to be able to beat this shit because once it really ramps up, you will literally be able to do a movie for pennies on the fucking dollar, and they'll be able to ramp up so many movies at a time where who's going to compete with that shit? Like, Hollywood won't even have time to compete because you got to get a grip, a cameraman, you got to get the actors, you got to do all this shit. So it's literally fucking over. And I hate to say that. It's just what it is. So it's what it is. It's just what it is. We are witnessing, we in the last days of stars, almost like, I guess, when people stop watching cartoons or some shit. This is where we at. We headed into the future. I guess our new celebrities would just be people like me that sit and stream all fucking day. And I'm not even calling myself a celebrity, but I'm just saying this is where celebrity is headed. And it's just what it is, man. And I also want to talk about this T.I. versus 50 Cent beef we got going on. It look like Tip is on the tear again, man. Shout out to T.I. He is doing the Lord's work by getting back on that microphone as a rapper and away from comedy. And I fuck with it. I call, talk shit to him every once in a while, but he putting out some real heat. And lately, I guess they bought up on a podcast or something. I believe Gillian Wallow's podcast about him challenging 50 Cent to a versus battle. And him and 50 talked about it. And 50 flaked on him. And now T.I. don't respect him, don't want to do the shit. And in return, 50 Cent, as petty as he is, post a picture of the man's wife, which was very, very low and very, very sad. And as we know, 50 Cent appears to be the Thanos of hip hop. However, 50, I would respect him more if he called out the big, like, really, the way I'm looking at this shit and the way I'm looking at people calling people out and all that shit, the biggest gangster in hip hop and the motherfucker that's standing on his toes is really Kanye West. And yes, he's apologized and come around and shit, but he called out them people. You know what I'm saying? He called the big motherfuckers out. Whereas 50 seems to just kick his own people in the fucking back. And he does so in front of, it's like they've given him the green light to kick his own kind in the back, and then he puts out these fucking shows just showing niggas slaughtering each other, selling dope to each other and shit. And it's like it's the same show. It's the same. It's 32 versions of the same fucking show. And I had did a post, and a good friend of mine hit me, and he was telling me, man, you do that, don't do that post, yada yada. And I did. I listened to. I respect. He an OG in the game. I took the shit down, but I'm gonna talk about the shit on the podcast. But it's just like, bro, come on, man. This ain't the wave. You know what I mean? Just you can't, like, if I'm gonna roast a motherfucker, I'm not gonna attack their family. And I'm not saying what's right or wrong, but we gotta have some honor or some code. And it's so funny that all these niggas, and this is why I'm so anti-street nigga and will put a nigga's ass in jail. Because these codes and all that old shit they talk about, it's just never honor amongst thieves. And it's terrible. That's just terrible. You put the man wife on there. That shit is wrong, man. And you can't be a man and say it's right. You can't look me in the face and be like, nah, man, fuck that shit. It's what it is. A lot of these motherfuckers, they find, people are watching, and we're seeing a lot of rappers like pushing, a lot of rappers in their late 40s, 50s, 60s, still beefing, still talking shit like, from the early 2000s, just all kind of shit. And to me, it's just fucking embarrassing, right? It's really embarrassing. And it's dumb. It's just fucking dumb. So that's my take on that. That's my stand. And while I'm saying that, listen, I'm gonna be in Miamisburg, Ohio, at Bricky's Comedy Club. I'm gonna be there March 7th at Bricky's in Miamisburg, and then March 8th I will be at the Attic in Columbus, Ohio. So pull up on me, get those tickets. Shout out to everybody watching me. We got a big group. Shout out to everybody on YouTube just checking it out right now. Facebook, what's happening? Nobody's on Twitter watching the show currently. And then we got one person on Twitch. So shout out to that one person on Twitch, and shout out to, we probably got about 9 people on Instagram looking right now. So let me see. Yeah, we had 4 people on Instagram. So shout out to them, right? Because this is how we do this. And I appreciate y'all pulling up on your boy. Also today in the news, Mexico is up in flames. Mexico, they captured one of the big time, one of them cartel people. I guess they captured and deleted a cartel boss, and the guy's name in Chicho, something like that. And Mexico now, it is literally in flames. Mexico is on fire. I don't know who's out there in Mexico, but my prayers go out to you if you are visiting Puerto Vallarta or whatever. I cannot pronounce the word, but let's tune in to see what's going on out there in Mexico. Let me see. Mexico chaos. Yeah, they've taken over the cartels have taken over they've taken over the airports. They're setting shit on fire. Um, it's really really sad. And people on vacation during this shit. Wait a minute, somebody was talking about rap. Hold on, y'all. Let's see what. Shout out to Marion Foreman. What's happening, Levar? You do know that rap is still very popular globally, and the State Department uses rap music for diplomacy. I mean, I don't know what. Okay, could you explain what you're trying to say? Because I was just talking about the beef. I just felt like the beef and what some of 50's antics are just whack. Especially we 50, man. We all push. We all at the middle of our life, my nigga. Like, that's all I was saying. as far as rap being popular globally and the State Department using it for diplomacy, just let me know. I don't know where you're going with that. I don't know where you're going with that. Mexico has been known to be an unsafe place for at least 2 decades. Nobody should go there. Well, you saying that, but shit, a lot of brothers and sisters go down there to Tulum and Cabos and all them places. They sit on the island because they make a lot of money off their tourism. But right now, it's on fire. It is on fire. Um, the cartels are running rampant. I don't believe any. Let's see what they got to say on Fox News. Let's see.
In the hands of the Mexican cartels. This is after the Mexican military took out a notorious.
Hold on, guys. Let me switch my sound so y'all can hear what I'm hearing. Oh, y'all could hear what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's go back.
The U.S. State Department is telling Americans in Mexico to shelter in place as law enforcement tries to regain control of cities that have fallen into chaos in the hands of the Mexican cartels. This is after the Mexican military took out a notorious cartel kingpin with U.S. support. And we're learning a little bit more about our role in all of that. Not a lot of detail, but we had one. The carnage, cars torched, roads blocked, banks and local businesses set on fire as those cartels are now fighting for power. It's like everybody else is in the middle of a gang war right now.
Yeah. So I'm guessing the CIA must have went in and took this cartel kingpin out. And now with him gone, there's a definite power vacuum. So they're trying to take over. And it seems like this is like some type of strategic shit put in by the administration. And right now, the current president of Mexico, I believe the president of Mexico, has not asked for U.S. assistance because I don't know if she's helping or a part of these cartels. And basically, this is what you're saying, the president of Mexico is owned and controlled by the cartels. So what's going to happen is this. There's been no U.S. intervention in the ground. It looks like the U.S. with the CIA probably went in there and kicked this shit off. And the U.S. is going to sit back until one of these cartel members harm an American. I know Americans, they're on vacation, but I will say this. I am certain if Americans begin to get slaughtered in that country, Trump is going to rain down terror on these cartels. See, he did this purposely. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but I don't think they're going to start slaughtering Americans because he's going to go in there and wipe this shit out really, really fast. This is what's going to happen. This is all a ploy. I don't know if they want to take back Mexico. I don't know what the hell is going on. But as we can see here, these places, the places that they're telling people to shelter in place, Cozumel, Tulum, Playa del Carmen, Cancun, Quintana Roo. They got it at Baja, California. Like all these places are like big time tourist attractions. Now, if the cartels go in there and start messing with them people, Americans, I got a funny feeling he coming. And he's gonna come very fast and very hard. So this is terrible. I was looking at TikTok. Nobody was watching. I mean, nobody seemed to be messed up. Some shit was on fire, and people seem to be safe right now. So far on the resorts. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. This is wild. Do y'all know anything? Tell me, chat, what y'all know. If y'all got any people out there If y'all got some boots on the ground and know about some people out there, let me know what's going on, and we'll see. So allegedly, the Mexican army took the cartel leader out, but he probably did it with the help of the CIA. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But we need to, as far as this war on drugs, like, let's just keep it a bean. The war on drugs is stupid. They need to legalize all drugs. If they legalize all drugs and corporatize drugs, there will be no more war on drugs. Right? You just allow people to do what they want to do. And you just open it up. Now you can get pure, because people gonna do the dope anyway. So you might as well just make tax revenue off of it, corporatize it. Then you don't have like people doing shit in the dark. Everything will be in the light, and call it a day. Right? Instead of just chasing this dragon, spending billions and billions of money, just setting money on fire for a problem that's literally never going to end. It's never going to end. So it really makes no sense to me. And this is some of the burning here. And I don't know what they had to gain. They doing how we do, like in like black people. Y'all are setting all y'all own shit on fire. What, I don't know what the win is in that, or what they want, but I don't get it. I don't get it. What is the? We need to get somebody in here, because somebody in here let me know what's going on. We really need to get to the bottom of this. That would be great if we could get to the bottom of this. J5006. If they scared that if they switch to a new system, the greenbacks are going to stop rolling. Interesting. What new system? What do you mean they're gonna switch to a new system? I'm not understanding. Typically, when these cartel bosses die, it's another one to take their place. I don't. Y'all gotta let me know. But there's some nasty work going on. I can tell you that. That's an interesting take. It said Mexico is going through the create the problem, provide the solution scenario right now. Remember, these organizations are government creations, they told us in the Narco series on Netflix. I would have to agree with that. But if they go in there and start slaughtering Americans, this shit gonna be over very, very. It'll be over extremely fast. We're gonna go in. We're gonna wipe them out within hours. It'll be over. It's not gonna be long. That's what's gonna happen. He waiting. He waiting. As soon as it's a report, as soon as the TikTok come back and it's an American on there screaming and hollering out, it's curtains. They gonna send them goddamn fighter jets to that motherfucker and they gonna tear it. Listen, we already know what's about to happen. Matter of fact, they say it's calming down now. Let me see.
Hey everybody, Phil Friedman here.
Let me see. I think this guy might be boots on the ground. I think he boots on the ground. Let's see what he got to say.
Hey everybody, Phil Friedman here. I want to get you up to date on what is going on in Mexico. Calm has returned to most areas. It was very quiet overnight in Puerto Vallarta, in Ensenada, Tecate, up there in Tijuana, and also in Tecate. It seems to have calmed down quite a bit. It's very volatile right now, so we're going to watch it for you very, very closely. The dog and I, Anthony and I, have plans to go to Mexico this weekend and fish the playas de Tijuana. Are we going? 80% yes right now, but we're going to watch to see how this all plays out. And I recommend you all do the very, very same, as the cartel violence was really bad down there in Puerto Vallarta. That has all calmed down. Looks like the Mexican government has a handle on it, but as I say, it's very volatile. And then Tijuana, Ensenada, all that zone up in northern Baja really calmed down last night. So that is good to see. Thoughts and prayers with all our dear friends in Mexico. We'll keep you informed. Stay tuned for.
Yeah, well, we know what happened. If it's calmed down that quick, they got a call. Bring it down. They either stop, or within 24 hours, I'm gonna rain down terror that they've never seen. That's what happened. They got a fucking phone call. They got a phone call. They absolutely got a phone call. Yeah, it's a wrap. Trust me. If they slowed up that quick, they knew. He probably sent, you know what he did? Trump probably sent a video of him snatching up Maduro and said, fuck around and find out. This is what happened. I'm pretty sure of that. Now, hold on, we got some more. We got some more stuff on here. Let me look at it. This is them. I guess they shooting. Yeah, they. Boy, they love shooting off the back of them Toyota trucks. Them Toyota trucks never die. That's what they use. Most of them cartel people, them Toyotas don't break down. That'd be good for a commercial. That's what they use. I think this was all this stuff from yesterday. Let's see. It's all from yesterday. I think it's gonna calm down. I think they're gonna throw a treaty. I think the Mexican government, I think they done already called Trump and the U.S. They got the U.S. backing now, so all that shit is over with. So I guess pretty soon, right now, if you're gonna snatch up some vacation, it's probably on the cheap sale. If you want to go to any of these places, oh, somebody just texted me. Rob Staple. Shout out to Rob Stapleton. One of the legends in comedy, man. But yeah, this is this is just a little of the footage. They set a lot on fire. But they wreaking havoc, but I think it's over. I think it's over. And I know that Trump is gonna come and he's gonna talk about how he stopped this shit. He's gonna come and talk about how he stopped it. I'm pretty sure. I am pretty sure, guys. What else is going on in the world? Let's look up some mess. Let's see what's going on in immediate takeout streets. Gavin Newsom to black voters. I'm like you. I failed the SAT and can't read. What the hell is that about? Let's look that up. Gavin Newsom. What did Gavin Newsom say? Do y'all know about this? Hey, and to chat. If y'all want to talk about some shit, let me know. Just tell me. Gavin Newsom. Let me see what Gavin Newsom had to say.
I'm just trying to impress upon you.
Let me see. Let's look at this. Let's be objective here. Yo, what's happening? P. Shares, I see you. Oh, you talking about, man, when I lived in San Diego, we could just walk across back and forth. It's about to get crowded. Usually the border is a 1 to 4 hour wait. It's about to be 6, and they cancel school on the Mexico side. Okay. Well, let's see what Gavin Newsom had to say.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. and I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in.
I mean, I just think he's trying to say, look, I don't think he's saying necessarily that black people are dumb. I just think he's trying to say, I'm just a typical everyday Joe. However, he is being interviewed by Andre Dickens, who is our mayor, and my frat brother. Shout out to the noobs. But I don't think it's that deep. I think they're trying to change it, and we need to see this in a bigger context. I want to give some benefit of the doubt. I want to think about this intellectually with my dumb ass. So oh man, they set the Waymos on fire, y'all. Look at that. This back to the Mexico thing. I know I'm all over the place this morning, but look at that. Damn, I guess the Waymo don't know how to drive off. Look at all them Waymos. They done set the Waymos on fire. Oh well. Oh well, but I need to get this in a larger context with Gavin Newsom. That'll be great. Yeah, that's real. Yes, that is real. Okay, this is a 3 minute and 20 seconds.
I'm not trying to.
Let's see what he says here, because we got to figure this out. Was Gavin Newsom trying to say that black people are incompetent and we can't read or write? Was he trying to say that?
Impress you. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. and I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
You know what I find when looking at them? They shoes look uncomfortable. Them, man, ain't nothing more uncomfortable than them damn dress shoes. Them hard bottoms they got on with that little thin sock. That just don't look healthy or safe.
Maybe the wrong business to be in.
You're not afraid to go into red states.
No.
when I saw you slinging shots behind the coffee bar, I thought this guy might run for president.
I have no idea. The idea that a guy who got 960 on his SAT that still struggles to read scripts that was always in the back of the classroom, the idea that you even throw that out is in and of itself extraordinary. Who the hell knows? I'm looking forward to who presents themselves in 2028 and who meets that moment. And that's the question for the American people.
Is it fair to say after the 2026 midterms, you're going to give it serious thought?
Yeah, I'd be lying otherwise. I'd just be lying. And I can't do that.
Governor, you have long said that if you ever run for the White House, you need a compelling why, a reason. Are you moving closer to figuring out your own why and your own decision?
Yeah, Nietzsche said, if you have a compelling why, you can endure any how. And so I think the biggest challenge for anyone who runs for any office is people see right through you if you don't have that why. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. And so, look, well, that fate will determine that.
You certainly seem to like being on the ground in South Carolina. I have to say that. Seeing you up close, you were having a good time.
I happen to, and thank God, I'm in the right business. I love people. I actually love people.
It's sort of like Gavin Newsom in California. He's got a train that was supposed to go from San Francisco to Los Angeles, which is a stupid idea because an airplane is faster. I don't care how fast it goes. And they had plenty of airplanes. San Francisco, inside San Francisco to inside right LA. And what they did is they said, oh man, this has been going on for years. It's billions and billions of dollars over budget. So what they decided to do is cut it so that it doesn't go into San Francisco and into LA. It goes way short of both. And then they cut it again and again and again. Pretty soon they're going to have like 2 miles of track. Billions and billions of dollars. Totally incompetent. The biggest cost overrun proportionately that I've ever seen. Many, many, many times more. And it's no longer the same. It was supposed to go into the city. Now it's way short, many miles short of the city. So they're going to drop you off and you can walk the rest of the way. That train is going to haunt him. You watch, because he doesn't have what it takes. I tell you that. Slimy guy. He's a slimy one. Maybe that should be his nickname. Slimy Newsom, right? But he doesn't have it. But you look at that train.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think he was talking about black. He just saying, look, man, I'm just a dumb politician. I really can't read. And due to me being my privilege and being a tall white guy, they put me in this position to run California. And that's why maybe California is fucked up. I think that's what he's saying. What'd you say? I take it you didn't want to do any funny money shit for the funny money. What do you mean by that, Michael the Prince? Could you expand? Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Why would a president let the governors waste money like this? Because the president is over the country. They don't have, the governor has jurisdiction over the state, right? So you talking about the difference in the feds and the states. So he can't really dictate on how the state or how that state governor can spend their money. Maybe make recommendations, but I don't think he can dictate that. So very interesting. I don't think Newsom was trying to say black people can't read though. So I think that's a reach. I'm not buying it. I don't think he's a good governor though, because he done fucked up California is fucked up. The taxes is high, and shout out to my people out there, but it's a beautiful state, but it's just like I think the taxes and the cost of living and everything, it's rough. It's rough. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna go on and call it a day. Well, I see that King went in on 50 Cent. T.I.'s son wasn't having it. The young man taking up for his
Fucking
mom.
playing with my mama, nigga.
He taking up for his moms. And I understand King. Let's see what King had to say.
Bitch ass nigga wanna say something about my mama. Your mama dead as fuck, nigga. Your mama dead as fuck. Go dig her up. Go dig her up. Fuck. Post a picture of your motherfucking mama, nigga. She dead, nigga. Pay respect, nigga. Stop fucking playing with my mama, nigga. Nigga ain't playing like that. Nigga ain't going like that, nigga. How y'all bitch ass niggas raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going about my mama, nigga. I'm not going, nigga. So tell your dead ass mama dig her ass up and post a picture that look better than my motherfucking mama, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? Y'all niggas better tie y'all motherfucking shoes. Y'all niggas don't know who the fuck y'all fucking with, nigga. You better put that music up and nigga shut the fuck up, nigga. Cause all that other shit ain't gonna get it. On my mother. Your mama dead as fuck, nigga. Dig that bitch up. Nigga not going. Nigga not going. Now what the fuck you gonna do about that? Nigga not going. I don't give a fuck about how nigga play it. Nigga not going.
Listen, it's understandable. This young man, 50 posted that picture of the young man's mom, and it's triggered him. And he is reacting the way most would, right? So I'm not gonna judge young King. King is standing on his business, and he was triggered by that. So it's what it is. And we did talk like that as children, not in front of our parents or the world, but we did. Appreciate that, man. I'm gonna keep the motion up, man. I'm out here fighting a good fight, big dog. Appreciate you, no guarantees. So it's all love. Have y'all been look, everybody on YouTube, make sure you watch my I gave y'all a new hour of material. So y'all go check that out. That is titled Live from Indy. The Truth About Ozempic. Y'all go check, make sure you watch that. And please too, like and subscribe, and you know what I mean? Pull up on me, man, because we building this together. I need y'all. I need y'all. I need y'all. So let's see. We got 6 people on Instagram back now, y'all. Y'all gonna watch Paradise 2? I gotta see that. Oh yeah, I gotta watch that Paradise 2. I gotta see that. That's one of my things to watch. Cause it's so much bullshit that you can't even watch TV no more. Everything's so boring, but I gotta check that out. Oh my gosh. This man say his son locked up for 21 deletions, but he only knew about 7 of them. The hell is it? Free Trey.
For 20 murder charges, gang. $2 million bond, 1 charge, murder, 3 murders, 4 murders, 5 murder, second degree murders, 8, 9, 10 murders, first degree murder, first degree murder.
All that shit. You talking about free Tay? You better keep Tay's ass and Trey's ass in jail.
First degree murder. They got my nigga down here, 18 bodies. Fuck is going on? 19.
No, he where he's supposed to be. Free my ass.
20, 21.
21, man. Leave his ass in there.
He only shot 7 people for 20.
And you only knew because that he shot 7. Man, leave that little nigga in there. He where he belong. He is where he belong. I get y'all pass out that free somebody shit around too much. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's no, hell no. Leave that demon in there. What is this?
Illegal in the U.S. into this person's forehead.
Now this woman is in jail. This 31-year-old was posing as a doctor and injecting bullshit into the faces of these women.
In jail after allegedly posing as a doctor and performing illegal Botox injections. And this is video from police. Detectives say they caught 31-year-old Maylene Maya Giralda in the act here, attempting to inject a substance that is illegal in the U.S. into this person's forehead and chin. She is now facing felony charges after a tip led police to what they describe as her unlicensed medical practice in Miami. She's also now on an immigration hold.
How the fuck, bro? What? How are people like faking as doctors and walking around here practicing and performing unlicensed? Isn't there like a way? Can't you listen before you get work done by a person? Every state has a board. Every state got a medical board, a pharmacist board. They have a board. And you could type in the person's last name to see if these people are actually certified. I don't understand how these people are practicing medicine and doing all this shit and getting away with it for a long period of time without people realizing that they fake. So this bitch was just injecting random shit in the women's chins and foreheads, and now she in jail. What is going on? And this shit happened in Miami. We are cooked. Man, I'm about to look into this. They say over 500 homes in San Diego are going up for auction for as little as $2,000. Come on now. I'm about to buy me a crib in San Diego. Sight unseen. That's a quick money grab. Y'all need to get in on that. I'm about to register for this. Let me save this. I got to go back and look into that. Now I know I was talking about the use of the N-word on Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan at that award show. Here's a young lady, a young black lady who suffers from the same thing. I'm just not finding this. Why don't y'all watch this? Let's see what she has to say here. Now, she has this too. So let's see what she got to say.
Ignore how I look right now. Pretty great kitchen. I am not feeling too great. However, there is something I have been asked to talk about.
Part of movie making.
And that is going to be the Bafta situation. I have been seeing a bunch of outrage about it. People saying, oh, well, why would that even be in his vocabulary? He did that on purpose and all of this stuff. And that racism is to excuse. Very bitch sad day for the Tourette syndrome community, especially for the ones that have coprolalia, because when you come online and you see thousands of people hating on your condition, specifically coprolalia, because that's something that is already very embarrassing for all of us. Not going to say that people can't be offended by the fact that somebody said the N-word as a tick. However, it's not something that somebody can control. It's not something that somebody wants to say. And I've been seeing a lot of people be like, well, he said it like when the crowd went silent. That is most likely when a tick is going to happen when you're in public, when you're in complete silence, or when you're trying not to say or do something. So we must understand what coprolalia is. Coprolalia causes involuntary swearing and inappropriate tics. This can include the N-word, slurs, etc. I am a black person, and even I have the N-word tic and slurs as tics. This is something I don't see many talk about because of situations like this. Is it a disappointing thing? Shut up! That it happened in public in front of that entire crowd, specifically to Michael B. Jordan and the other presenter. I'm so sorry, I do not know his name. I wish I did, but no disrespect to him. I just am not too aware. Yes, it is a very unfortunate situation. Seeing so many people say that they would invoke violence against people with coprolalia if they can't control their tics. That's ableism. The fucked up thing that this happens, yes, but it's something that we can't control. Aggression in the brain being triggered. Shut up. And ultimately causing inappropriate tics. Michael B. Jordan and the other presenter have the right to be upset, especially if they were not aware. However, we need to understand and educate ourselves. And on my videos, I constantly see people saying, oh my god, so funny, if I had cursing tics, I would be laughing all the time. But when people actually have cursing tics, then it's offensive and they're a bad person and this and that, the third. We need to do better. We need to educate ourselves better. This is not me saying that people don't have the right to be offended. However, you can't be offended when a disabled person is disabled. I might make a part 2 to this. There's a lot that I need to say.
I mean, shit. The young lady is definitely suffering from these tics and shit, but at the same time, he wanted to say nigga. Like, he hollered that shit out. He saw him, and in his mind, the nigga alarm set off. And he was probably trying not to call them niggas, but as he tried to hold it back, it just showed his honest truth. So I don't know. I don't know what to say, but I'm sure in this society, the excuses will be made. People, oh, yeah, it's okay. And this is how this shit goes. This is where we at in society right now. So I don't know, guys. But I'm about to end this, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. We are building over there. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, all these platforms. I appreciate y'all. And get those tickets, man. Go over to LeVarWalker.me. Get tickets. Like I said, I will be in Miamisburg, Ohio, March 7th at Bricky's Comedy Club. March 8th, I will be in Columbus, Ohio at The Attic Comedy Club. March 15th, I'll be in New York at New York City Winery. And March 20th, I don't know if I'm going to keep this date, but I'm supposed to do Pittsburgh, the Comedy Bar in Pittsburgh. So I don't know. But anyway, guys, appreciate y'all for the love. I'm out. I am out.